If you came here from the short, you probably thought this story sounded strange. God telling a prophet to eat a scroll? Why would God do that? Why not just tell Ezekiel what to say and send him on his way? Because God wasn't just preparing a message, he was preparing a person. Ezekiel was being sent into one of the hardest situations imaginable. The people he was called to speak to were defensive, exhausted, and spiritually closed off. This wasn't a crowd eager to listen. And before Ezekiel ever spoke a word, God handed him a scroll and said, "Eat this." Not read it, not study it, eat it. Meaning, let it become part of you. Ezekiel says something surprising next. He says the scroll tasted sweet like honey. That's strange, because the message inside it wasn't sweet at all. It was heavy, uncomfortable, not popular. So why did it taste sweet? Because the sweetness wasn't about the message itself. It was about where it came from. God was showing Ezekiel that even when the assignment is heavy, being trusted with it is still a gift. God didn't want Ezekiel delivering words he hadn't wrestled with. He didn't want him speaking from pressure or performance. He wanted the message to settle, emotionally, spiritually, completely. And this is where it hits close to home. Sometimes the reason you feel slowed down isn't because you're doing something wrong. It's because God is letting the message pass through you before he asks you to carry it to others, especially if you're sensitive, if you feel deeply, if you get overwhelmed or burned out easily. God is careful with people like that. He knows rushing responsibility without digestion can crush you. So if you're in a season where things feel quiet, or delayed, or unfinished, try asking a different question, not, "Why am I not there yet?" but, "What am I being asked to digest right now?" Because depth always comes before delivery. And eating the scroll wasn't the hardest part of Ezekiel's calling. What God asked him to do after this is where the real weight begins. That's part 2.